Morning, guys. It's October the 20th. We're down here in my bottom field at one of my bait sites. As you can see, I've got a bunch of dead shit right here. Some beaver carcasses that are getting dragged out through here. Got another one right there. There's an old fox in there that some coyotes I've skinned out. A fox that by the time I had got to him, I caught it in a conibear that was set for something else. And in the state of Utah, any killing traps or snares that are killing snares, we're legally only required to check every 96 hours. And I run such a large line that a lot of the times when I know my animal's going to be dead when I get to it, I don't check them until the 96 hours because I have so many traps out there, you know what I mean? 35 feet from there, we have a piss pole set that's in that pipe dream set. 32 feet that way, because it's 30 feet is the minimum. 32 feet that way, I have a T-bone set. And you might be able to see that little skunk curled up in it. I think he might be dead now. Skunks are tricky to deal with. You know what I mean? Especially being a convicted felon, I'm not allowed to shoot them. Not allowed to possess a gun of any kind. But I've walked up on one like that before and thought it was dead and tried to get it out of the trap and it sprayed me in the face. So I'm going to be a little bit patient here. And, you know, I might go back up to the house, get the shit that I need to remake this set. Although I don't really need nothing to remake this set. I don't need to change that trap out. They ain't never going to smell me on that trap. You know what I mean? And then I'll just bait down the hole. And I got all the lure I need right here. So, I don't know. I got this 15-foot piece of 1-inch PVC. And it fits on the end of a syringe perfect. And I just filled this syringe up with acetone. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'd done this before and drove back up to the house and came back down here waiting for him to die. But I just got this 15-foot pole with a cow syringe on it. Like I said, I live clear out in the middle of the butt fucks. You know what I mean? So for me to have cow syringes and shit to give them vitamins, it's just not that out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? And I leaned in there and you can kind of see a little bit, that little red hole where it's glowing where I poked him with it. You know what I mean? It's been about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so he ought to be about expired by now. So, oh no, I still see him breathing. He ain't breathing much though. Sorry about the shaky footage, you guys. Really low budget equipment here I got. I need to start reminding myself to hold my camera horizontal instead of vertical when I do my videos. See, look at him, he's cuter than hell. God, it's too bad they are such a nuisance, man, because God, they sure are cute. This is the 14th one I've caught in my fields in exactly 12 months. I don't know if you guys follow my channel, but if you look at the video where I caught the 2 skunks in the same foothold, that was when I very first started trapping. Not very first, I trapped when I was a kid, a little bit, muskrats every now and again. I mean, I caught a weasel once, but I never really did get serious about it until last time I was out of prison. A friend of mine sold me a bucket of traps. I think she sold me 10 Duke number 2s and some Sleepy Creek 1.1.5s and shit like that, 1 3/4, bunch of snares. And I threw a few out last year when I got out of prison, you know what I mean? Started catching shit immediately, and it just has got me hooked to where trapping is, I find a way to steer every conversation to it. I find a way to change any channel to something trapping related. I live and breathe this shit. I think I found me a hobby that's gonna last me the rest of my life. It's sober. You know what I mean? You can't outsmart something that lives out here if you're fucked up, you know what I mean? Which is, you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm ranting about this while I'm showing you guys this skunk dying, because it's kind of sad, you know what I mean? But I finally found something that is able to help me maintain my sobriety. It's hard to trick something that lives out here into thinking that you weren't there and stepping on a 2-inch circle if you're high, you know what I mean? God, that skunk just sprayed again. I can smell it, but I'm already sitting right here in it. I might as well wait for him to die now. Looks like a little female. It's amazing how fast you get to where you can tell these critters apart from the size and the shape of their feet and whatnot. I never thought I'd be able to tell the difference between a coyote and a fox track. Fuck, now I can tell if it's a male or a female. Okay, while we're waiting for him to die, I'm just gonna walk you guys through and show you some of the shit I got going on. Nothing within 30 feet of this exposed bait. And what I actually realized just now I need to do, because some of these critters have been drug a little bit, and that's why I set it more than 30 feet away, is because these critters right here where they're so close to it, I don't want something to drag it to within 30 feet of one of my other traps and me get in trouble. But even if that happened, them buildings right there exclude me from that restriction, because I'm within 600 feet of buildings that are used for animals or people. You know what I mean? So that's, we got this really good trail. And I'm sure you can even see this off the camera. This is a really good trail. You know what I mean? I've got a couple of them out here. I got to try to keep this video under 15 minutes, but bam, check this. This right here is what we got. Right here's a really big fox track. I don't know if you can see that. Really big fox track. You know what I mean? And then right there's a really small fox track. So it looks like, and you can clearly see they're different. Here's one, there's one. So I've got a few of them in here. I've caught 11 foxes out of these fields, guys. 11. And I've got them. And I just adjusted this snare just now. It was quite a bit higher. And as you can see now, it's only about 10 inches off the ground. Still a little too high for a fox. I'm gonna bend that down right there. Sorry, guys. Apologize for the inconsistency and choppiness of this video. That right there is about 9 inches. That'll catch a fox or a coyote if he's moving, sniffing something. You know what I mean? We got one right in there. Through that trail is another one. Down there is another one. And in here, I'm gonna go back to the house and get me a 330, because I know something dens in there. I know it. All my heart it does. I know it does. Back in here, again, fox tracks. Fox tracks. Fox snare. And I don't know if you guys can see the setup I've got. This one's 7 and 7, and it's got a kink right here because I caught a rabbit in it once and I'm trying to reuse it. You really shouldn't try to reuse snares. They're really not that expensive, but whew, this workers' comp case got a motherfucker going through some real tough times. I can't afford new shit all the time. So I have to try to salvage this. And all the cable that I do use from my snares, I reuse for my anchors and my drowners. Because even though it won't hold a loop, it'll still hold a rock. Okay, and this one's being a bitch because I got the phone in one hand. So I'm gonna pause this, I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, and that's what that looks like now. 10-inch loop, 8 inches off the ground. Through here, through here, through here, you follow the tracks, right through another snare I've got. 10-inch loop, 6 inches off the ground. Okay. Old Skunky Monkey ought to be dead by now. I've walked you guys through part of my snare line at least, you know what I mean? I don't have many foot traps out here, just because I have more important places for my foot traps. And if right here where I'm at, it's gonna sound really callous saying this out loud, but I don't really care if I catch and kill someone's dog, because I'm in my fields. You know what I mean? And I have my animals that come up dead all the time. Ducks, chickens, turkeys, geese, gone, dead. And it's from canines. Whether it's a wild one or a domestic one, it doesn't really matter to me. If it's killing my shit, I'm taking its life. Hope that didn't sound too callous. Okay, guys, I gotta go get that skunk out of there. At the very least, I gotta throw this board on top of it so the birds don't eat it before I get him out of there. Depends on how good he's breathing. Alrighty, guys. Chris Lindsay with Go to Sleep Critter Control, out for the day. Okay, guys, here's that skunk again. And he ain't dead yet, but he's all but dead, you know what I mean? He ain't moving. Something here. And yeah, I know, not sure if this is brave or retarded, but I just want him to look at me. Hey, little feller. Sorry I poked you with that pokey thingy. You just lay there and go to sleep, buddy. Everything's gonna be alright. Hopefully you got kids, so your line don't end with you. And I heard it said the other day, you know what I mean? Like, people try to trap predators more often than anything else because it seems more manly. It's funner, you know what I mean? But really, this little skunk right here will kill just as many chickens as a coyote will. Same with the coons. Coons kill more. Weasels too. I don't know if I dare to go back to the house. My old lady might kill me. I think I stink like this little fucker pretty bad. So, looks like I'm gonna have an outside day today. All right, guys. Welcome back, guys. This is Chris Lindsay with Go to Sleep Critter Control. It's hard to tell what we got going on here because of poor lighting and shitty equipment. But we got this big boar coon down here. Actually, that's a pretty tiny one. That's a pretty young coon, actually. Where's my golf ball at, little feller? Well, I got him in a dog proof. He's got my golf ball all laid up. And there's tracks from about 5 or 6 other coons around here. So I'm gonna get him dispatched and taken care of, and then I'll get this set remade and I'll bring him back. Let's see if we can get him make a little noise for us. There, little buddy. Move around, son. That's a tiny one. Little baby. Go on, buddy. Little mean little bastard. They can get mean. Don't let the cuteness fool you. They can get real mean. All right, guys. I'm going to turn this off. Get this set remade. Have a good one, guys.